Good day, Deep and Word family. Welcome to day 151 of our Bible study review. Today we're going through chapters 45 through 47 of the book of Jeremiah. Chapter 45 is short and sweet, and it goes back to the point in time when Jehoiakim was the king. Now, y'all know I've already done a chart for you, so you can go back and reference that. But this is a message to Baruch, who is the scribe of Jeremiah. So let's just read it because it's really short. So it says, the word that Jeremiah, the prophet, spoke to Baruch, the son of Neriah, when he had written these words in the book at the mouth of Jeremiah in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, saying, Thus says Yahweh, the Elohim of Israel, to you, O Baruch. You said, Alas, woe is me, for Yahweh has added grief to my sorrow. I fainted in my sighing, and I find no rest. Thus you shall say to him. So this is what Jeremiah shall say to Baruch. All right. And he says, that which I have built, I will break down, and that which I have planted, I will pluck up, even this whole land. But are you seeking great things for yourself? And then it says, do not seek them, for I will bring disaster upon all flesh, says Yahweh. But I will give your life to you as plunder in all of the places where you go. So he's essentially telling Baruch, right? He's going to bring disaster upon this place. And he says, are you seeking out wonderful things for yourself? He's essentially saying you should seek me out. And when you seek me, then I bring the wonderful things to you. And he says, look, your life will be given to you as a prize, right? Because this people that is surrounding you, they're being judged because of their wickedness. So he's like, are you seeking outside things, or are you seeking me? And now we walk into chapter 46 and it starts to pivot. Although this is the same time period when Jehoiakim was on the throne, we see that Jeremiah's ministry at this moment in time is to prophesy judgment against these nations, all of the surrounding nations of Israel. And we will see that Israel is also being judged at the same time. So the first one on his radar is Egypt. So let's start reading. And then I'm just going to go through, I've highlighted some areas and I'm going to read through those, and I will let you know, verses, which ones I'm going to read. So I'm going to start from verse 1, and it says, the word of Yahweh, which came to Jeremiah the prophet against the nations concerning Egypt, about the army of Pharaoh, Necho, king of Egypt, which was by the river Euphrates, and Carchemish, which Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, defeated in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, son of Josiah. So that's the time period. Let's keep reading from verse 9. It says, Come up, O horses, and rage, O chariots, and let the mighty men come forth, the Ethiopians and the Libyans who handle the shield, and the Lydians who handle and bend the bow. For this day is the day of Yahweh, the Elohim of hosts, a day of vengeance, so that he may avenge himself on his adversaries. And the sword will devour, and it will be satiated and made drunk with their blood. For Yahweh, the Elohim of hosts, has made a slaughter in the north country by the river Euphrates. Go up into Gilead and take balm, O virgin daughter of Egypt. In vain you shall use many medicines, for you will not be cured. The nations have heard of your shame, and your cry has filled the land. For mighty men has stumbled over the mighty, and they both have fallen together. Now we know Jerusalem was taking comfort in Egypt, right? Because they made a political alliance with them. And so they thought, that their enemies would be conquered because they had the mighty staff of Egypt, right? And Yah told them several times, you will be put to shame for trusting in Egypt and not trusting in me. A very important thing to note here is that Jeremiah is prophesying of these things long before he's taken against his will to Egypt, right? Yah already knew that the children would not listen to his commands, that they would take people by force and go to Egypt, and then they would place their trust in Egypt as they are disobeying him, right? Purposely disobeying Yah. We see that this is just, a flashback, and it's showing the fact that he knows all things. There's nothing that can take him by surprise. But let's keep reading in verse 13. It says, the word of Yahweh spoke to Jeremiah the prophet about Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, coming to strike the land of Egypt. And it says, declare in Egypt and publish in Migdal and publish in Memphis and Tahpanhes, say, stand fast and prepare yourself, for the sword will devour those about you. Why have your valiant men become prostrate? They do not stand because Yahweh has thrust them down. He made many fall. Indeed, each has fallen upon one another. So he's saying all of those who trusted in Egypt, they fall against one another. And now I'm going to read from the middle of verse 21. It says, "They did not stand their ground because the day of their calamity has come upon them, even the time of their punishment." And now up to verse 24, it says, "The daughter of Egypt has been humiliated. She has been delivered into the hand of the people of the north," which is Babylon. Yahweh says that he will send all of the surrounding nations and Egypt themselves into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar. But I want you to see that he also says he's going to recover and restore them as well, right? So it says right here in verse 26, "And I shall deliver them into the hand of those who seek their lives, and into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, and into the hand of his servants. But afterwards it will be inhabited as in the days of old, says Yahweh." So he's promising to restore certain places, not just Jerusalem. He's promising to restore other places that are torn down. And then Yahweh speaks through the prophet Jeremiah to his own people, Israel, saying how he's going to restore them as well. And this is during the time of Jehoiakim. Even though they're going to see destruction, there's a later time coming when they're going to see an even greater restoration. All right. And so I'm going to start reading from verse 27. "But do not fear, O Jacob, my servant, and do not be dismayed, O Israel, for I will save you from afar off, and your seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and be in rest and at ease, and no one shall make him afraid. Do not fear, O Jacob, my servant, says Yahweh, for I am with you. For I will not make a full end of all of the nations where I have driven you. However, I will not make a full end of you, but correct you in measure, and I will not leave you wholly unpunished." And chapter 47 is about the judgment of the destruction of the Philistines, right, of their country and their valleys. It says that the fathers won't even go back to pick up their children because of the feebleness of the land. It says that Yahweh has appointed it to destruction, and he says that he will not stop until the sword is filled with blood. And so this is the judgment on the surrounding nations of Israel. And then we're going to see, as we continue reading tomorrow, that he prophesies judgment on other nations as well. And I'm going to just leave an article for today and tomorrow so that you know the depths and the reasons why he is pronouncing judgment upon these surrounding nations. The article will be in the description box below. Please check it out because it will help you tie in any loose ends that you may have about why Yahweh is pronouncing judgment upon the surrounding nations of Israel. I promise you it's going to help you out today and tomorrow. Deep and Word family, that's all that I have for you today. Until tomorrow, Yah bless.